Hey, real estate agents, welcome to the Weekly Closer. I'm your host, Jeff Underwood, along with my co-host, Joey Sampaga. Yes, the man with the plan.
What's going on?
What's your plan today, man?
I got lots of plans, and we got someone in the studio, a returning guest.
Returning guest, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We got Ruben Luna in the house with AZ & Associates Real Estate Group.
Ruben.
And the Luna team, and he even brought his own cameraman.
He did.
Yes,
How about
sir.
that?
Thank you guys for having me again.
Yeah.
He's getting that popular, guys.
we got Joseph in the corner. You can't see him,
Yeah.
but he's sneaky quiet back there.
He's your younger, bigger brother.
My younger, bigger brother, yes.
I have one of those.
That's funny.
Don't ask me what happened, but
Well, you're supposed to say, I got the looks.
I got the looks, I guess, yeah?
I see
that
Joseph
way.
shaking his head over there.
He's let's turn this camera off right now, right? All right, cool. Well, thanks for joining us, Joseph. We appreciate you being here.
Yeah.
Well, Ruben, what's been going on, man?
Same old, just living the life, living the dream, I should say.
Yeah,
That's
living
good.
the dream. Yeah.
Yes.
So let's see. You were here probably like a year ago now, but I guess remind the agents that are watching, listening, how long you been in the business and kind of what got you into it.
Yeah, I've been in the business for 13 years, going for 14 as a matter of fact. And what got me into the business was the lack of customer service that I was getting when I purchased my first house.
Got it.
So I've noticed that I can deliver a much better service, and that's one of the things that kind of got me into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We've had agents on, and that seems to be a trend with some of the top producers.
Yeah.
Is they didn't like the service they got when they bought their own house. And they're like, well, if this person can do it and make that much, well, what am I doing? I can do this.
Why can I, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Well, let's, I know you do a lot of video stuff.
Well, yeah, we do.
And that's how you kind of get you've got your name out there, your brand out there, doing a lot.
Definitely. We try to stay very consistent just to at least stay in front of our own audience.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we do, quite a bit of videos and just a lot of Facebook posts, Instagram, and whatever we can do to make sure that we stay on top of it.
Got it. Are you seeing, so with Instagram, have you noticed kind of some engagement finally coming from the Instagram side?
And that's one of the things that I've been testing. But most definitely, like with the people that I know, friends and family, that's the main reason why I do. I want to make sure that anytime they need any service, that they know that I'm here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, and friends and family are the best ones to refer you business anyway.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So as long as you're keeping your message that I'm in real estate in front of the people that already know you.
Exactly.
And if they like you.
If they like you.
Always working on it.
No, that's awesome. Yeah, we see stuff all over Facebook. Both you use a personal profile and a business page, both.
Yes.
Put out a message and
Correct.
Yeah, I mean you're getting some crazy numbers of views on some of those things too.
Yeah, no, we get a lot of views, and like I said, it's all about providing the best value possible, and that's one of the things that every time I want to post something that it kind of resonates with somebody.
Got it.
So that's my goal.
All right. Well, we're almost to the end of 2018. What do you see on the horizon for the Luna team going into 2019 and beyond?
That's one of the things that I've been thinking for quite some time now. And what I've noticed, because I work with newer agents, I work with seasoned agents, and what I've noticed is I do a heck of a job with seasoned agents that they've been in the business for quite some time, but they get stuck at a certain volume.
Yeah.
And I think that's gonna be my targeting. Like approaching agents that they've been in the business, and not necessarily years and years, just 1 or 2 years, that they get stuck on a certain production number,
like
and they
2 to 3 million.
Exactly, 2 to 3 million, and they just don't go over that number.
Yeah, they're kind of hitting that ceiling.
Yes,
Not able to burst through to that next level.
correct.
So you're going to be looking to bring on some of those agents kind of under your wing
Yes,
onto the team
correct.
and get into their head a little bit, right?
Yeah, that's
Pretty much
interesting.
Shift their
That's
mindset a little bit.
Yes,
Because most people, well, not most people, but some people look for newer agents so that they can say, oh, they don't have any bad habits, so I'm going to take them in and show them the right way.
Right.
But in your case, you're saying, well, I'm going to take their habits and I'm going to change it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's the thing. It's about tweaking. It's about tweaking what they're doing, knowing. A lot of times we have to audit ourselves. Like, what actions are we taking on a daily basis that is not helping to get over that little bump?
Yeah.
So that's exactly what I'm working on right now.
Oh,
Got it.
interesting. Yeah, I'd like to know what those are. What
Yeah.
you do.
So your plan is to put out a message then through
Social media, for the most part. I have a lot of realtors through Facebook that I'm friends with, and every time I see them, I like to always kind of get to know them, like not necessarily more personally, but business wise and professionally, and I like to see what the production is and how I can get in there and help them.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's
well, 2019 might be a really good year for that too, because
absolutely.
I don't know if you're seeing it on the west side or not, but we're seeing definitely on the east side, and I think it's a valley-wide issue right now. I guess we find ourselves in the demand has really dropped off a lot, and it. A lot of agents will start getting nervous here pretty soon.
Yeah.
And they're going to be looking for, oh my gosh, do I just keep trying to do this on my own? Do I join a team that can keep me focused?
Or do I drive an Uber?
Exactly.
And I don't mean that in any disrespect or anything.
Right. We're being videoed, right there and right there.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it because they got to survive somehow.
Yeah, exactly.
And maybe real estate is just not their cup of tea, right?
And a lot of times that's what it's
Good.
That's what it's all about.
Yeah, good recovery there.
And that's what it's all about. It's about knowing what bad actions or what bad habits are you have, and be able to realize that you have to make a change.
Yeah. What do you see right now? I mean, with some of those agents, what do you see as like the biggest obstacle for some of these people?
Consistency. I mean,
yeah, that's the number one thing.
Everyone knows it. They start doing this Facebook post and they start having some kind of good rhythm, and then all of a sudden they just go MIA. Like,
Yep.
You were doing so good, but then you stop. And then to recover and do everything all over again. That gets pretty.
Because it requires momentum, right?
Yeah.
So you do one thing, whether it's Facebook, cold calling, or door knocking, whatever it is, you're not going to see business right away.
Right.
Because you need to grow that relationship with the people that you're calling or doing Facebook posts too.
Correct.
And until they get used to you seeing your face all the time and hearing your message, it's not going to build any momentum.
Correct.
Right?
Yeah. Exactly.
I think what you should do is set up an automated text that goes out to your team members that you're coaching at certain times throughout the day, and it should just do this.
Get back to work, you slacker.
If I do that, they stop listening to me.
Oh, that's so funny. That's so funny. So that's the goal, 2019, huh?
Yeah.
Keep putting out the videos, the messages,
Correct.
all that. What's the team right now? How many?
Right now, we currently have 13 agents. We do have 2 transaction coordinators that helps the team, and 1 inside sales agent that obviously does most of our follow-ups.
Right. Where would you like to see the Luna team by the end of next year? What are your thoughts?
And I'm always, obviously we put a target. Like this year I was pushing to close 500 homes. We're gonna be short of 500 homes.
Okay.
We're gonna be close to 300 or just about 300 units, 300 homes.
That's really good.
That's still really good.
Yeah.
But
However,
I see teams that they're doing much bigger numbers, and that's my driving vehicle. Like, how
are they getting to 500?
Yes. And I know it takes time, it takes people, it takes talent, it takes a lot of work. But that's my drive. That's where, like, how can I get to that point?
Yeah.
And I know it's, for the most part, has to do with the group.
Got it.
Well, I'm sorry. I was just going to say, I like how you look at your goal being units versus dollar amount.
Yeah, no, I never look at. I know if the service is there, the money will come.
Yeah.
That's out of the question.
Yep. Makes sense.
Yeah.
So what are you seeing in the West Valley right now? I mean, market-wise, what's going on?
Right now, it is a bit quiet. when it comes to listings are staying on the market a little bit longer.
Yes.
So if you're looking to buy a house, do it right now.
It's a good time.
Yeah, I just put out a message yesterday on Facebook.
I saw that. 3 reasons why.
Yeah, exactly. So it is a great time to be able to just find a great deal.
Yeah.
Overall, negotiate better terms for anyone that is looking to buy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a great time to actually purchase
It is.
a home.
Yeah.
Now, for those who want to wait, I mean, for the most part, everything picks up by the beginning of the year. So,
Yeah.
I mean, things are moving. As long as we stay consistent, as long as we do our daily routine, our daily actions, people will always buy and sell. Because there's closings going on right now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
So-
Yeah, I'm curious. You talked. We mentioned daily routines
Right.
for a while. I mean, what daily routines would you share with the agents
Okay.
that you
So
do?
I try not to do any non-money activities, non-producing activities. Okay. So I mean, my schedule starts at 4:30 in the morning, and I'm in bed by 8:30 p.m. So I'm at home by 6:37 p.m. But I mean, once I get up at 4:30. I'm at the office by 8 in the morning, 8:30 in the morning. So from that point on, it's just trying to target the people who needs my help. How can I, instead of going to the mass, how can I just concentrate on those who are looking to be helped right now,
Sure.
to either buy or sell?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And that's the same message that I push to my team. Hey, how can we target and be in front of the people who are looking right now,
Yeah.
as opposed of making 200 calls and be able to get 2 appointments,
yeah.
right? So that's
So how are you? I guess how are you tagging those people, or making sure that these are the hot prospects versus everybody? Do you have like a CRM system that you're using that definitely?
we have a CRM, and it comes down to the follow-up process, follow-up system.
Yeah.
I mean, you can talk to one individual now that won't be able to buy or sell until 6 months to a year. But a lot of what I've seen is that for the most part, people don't continue with the follow-up process. So right now, I'm actually converting listings that I've been talking to 6 months prior or a year prior.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the people that I'm targeting, like people that I've been talking to for quite some time,
Absolutely.
that were not ready to buy or sell back then, that they're actually pulling the trigger right now.
Yeah.
Now you have the database to be able to do that, though, right? You got a huge database. But
Correct.
how about for the other agents whose databases are still kind of small? What are you telling them to do?
Well, there's many ways to tackle that. Obviously, one of them is open houses. You do an open house, do it right, you get some traffic, and you're just gonna keep your face out there. Now, I've been talking about this for a long time, and I think it's something that it can work. It's farming. Let me just think of the name.
Okay.
I call it intentional farming.
Oh, okay.
Okay. So, a lot of people, they farm. One, they're not very intentional. And two, they don't even, like, my advice is, why don't you host open houses on the same area that you're farming and stay consistent with that,
Sure.
right?
Makes sense.
Now you can pull up a list of people that purchased 2010, 11, 12, 13, even 14 that has tons of equity that I'm pretty sure they're gonna make a move sooner or later, and that's the people that you can target. Host open houses in the same area, get people to know you. It's gonna take a couple of months, but at least you're targeting people that might make a move sooner than later.
Right.
So open houses in the area, door knocking to invite people.
Of course,
Phone calls.
door knocking, phone calls. I mean, anything that you can do
because
to,
it's intentional for
yeah,
that
exactly
specific area.
to concentrate in that area. Yes.
Makes sense.
That does make sense.
Yeah, good stuff.
That is really good.
And then run Facebook ads around that area too.
Exactly. Yeah. So I mean, MLS, Maricopa County, Monsoon gives us all the information that we need in order to be able to narrow down the people that might be looking to make a move. Right.
Got it.
Because sooner or later they have to upgrade or downsize their current home.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
So if you're targeting those individuals, they're gonna.
Yeah. Well, and
Definitely
on the
reach out.
listing side, one of the last Inman events we went to, they were talking about it could take 14 months, or maybe I think that was the average, but before someone starts thinking about selling their house till the time they actually want to get it listed, like a 14-month time
Period.
frame
If
for them to make up their mind.
If you farm to the mass. You don't want to farm to the mass. That's what I'm saying. You want to target people that they've been in their homes for quite some time, that has plenty of equity. You don't want to.
Yeah.
You want to target people that purchased a house a year
6 months ago.
Exactly.
Right.
So you target people that purchased maybe back in 2010, 11, that has
10
plenty of
years.
equity, that they can utilize those funds to invest into their dream home if they wanted to,
Or downsize or
exactly,
whatever,
and
yeah.
be able to have a payment close to what they currently have.
Or sell and go rent and then go walk.
And just wait.
Take a
And just
tour
wait.
across Europe, right? No.
Well, let me give you a quick example. I just helped a family that purchased their home for $30,000 back in 2010.
Whoa.
We sold-
$30,000?
Yes.
Okay.
We sold it for $200,000.
Whoa.
Okay.
Nice.
They utilized their equity to purchase a ranch that they've been wanting to purchase for a long time for $400,000, and we were able to do the whole process at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah, we got the property in the market, got a contract, accepted it, searched for another home, found a new home,
A ranch.
a ranch, because that's what they wanted,
Yeah.
and that's what they got.
Wow, that's great.
Yeah, they're actually just moving in. They just moved in this past weekend.
Wow.
So it's almost like you just helped them fulfill their long-term dream.
Correct.
And you used real estate as the vehicle to get them there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's great. I think that's, I mean, I think there are probably a lot of people sitting out there thinking, you know what? I've got like 200,000 equity sitting in this house.
I've done.
Is it
at
time
lea-
to make a change?
I've helped at least 30 families this year just make that move.
Just doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
See,
Okay.
average agents, I'll include myself in here because I didn't even think about pulling homeowners who bought their house in 2010.
Yeah.
Right? I didn't even think about that until you just mentioned that. So that's intentional. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Smart.
And
marketing.
and that process is not easy.
Yeah.
It takes a lot of communication, takes a lot of work, a lot of dedication to make sure that these owners or clients definitely can put that trust in you
Yeah.
to be able to make that move,
Sure.
because it's not an easy move.
Oh,
it's
yeah,
a simple
absolutely.
process, but it's not easy. You gotta make sure that you
'cause
know.
change is tough for some
Yeah,
people too.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. So you're looking at growing the team. If it were up to you, how many agents would you like to bring on next year?
I don't have a certain number just because I don't like to pressure myself that way. Like I want to have 10 new agents.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's all about quality. So I want to make sure that I have the gut feeling that hey, this individual can be a benefit
Can be a
not just to
rock
us
star.
but us to them.
Yeah, right.
And be able to help them.
All
So
right.
I'm just gonna play it along, see how it works out.
So any agents that are listening or watching, if they do want to reach out to you directly,
Yeah, they
to
can
talk about that, how can they reach out to you?
They can just email me. My email is Ruben, RUBEN, at soldbytlt.com, and that's sold, BYTLT.com.
All right.
Yeah,
Easy.
that's
The Luna team.
They'll also see you on
For that.
Facebook, so I guess.
Facebook, Instagram, email me, reach out, and I'll be happy to meet.
That's
Yeah.
awesome. That's awesome. And Joanna, was she the one that got you out? She's awesome too. Joanna Jones.
Yes, she's great.
Security.
She's on it, definitely.
She's a great person. Okay, so before we move to the next segment too, you mentioned maybe getting into YouTube a little bit coming up this year too.
yeah.
So
You know what? That's something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I know I should have done it by now, and that's our goal. Joseph and I, my brother and I, that we're gonna.
you hear that over there, Joseph? Okay.
We already started our channel.
He's got this.
Just
All
gotta
right.
put the content together.
Good.
There you go.
Good. Yeah, we had. If you need some tips on that too, we interviewed
Karen
Carr.
Okay.
On the Weekly Closer, I think it was podcast episode like 151 or 150. Anyway, she's out in Savannah, Georgia. She says 75% of her business now comes from her YouTube
Oh
channel.
man, nice.
So if you listen to that podcast episode, she goes through like how she did this. I mean, it's
Perfect.
Yeah,
Keywording
anyway.
and everything. So
Yeah,
Nice.
the SEO search, the keywording
Yeah.
properly and all that stuff. So, yeah, you have to check that out.
I'll look into it.
because that'll help out.
Yeah.
Anything else you want to say before we jump into the next
No.
part of this?
Let's get started. Let's get going. Let's keep going.
All right, sweet. Sweet. Well, we're gonna get in the ring, okay?
Yes.
All right. Give us best advice that anyone's given you.
Best advice. That was my stepdad when I was 15 years old. He says, the best way you can help me is by you getting yourself a job. So like,
That's a good one.
that's a good advice.
I'm gonna have to tell my daughters that.
Get yourselves a job.
Get yourself a job. Like, cool.
That is so funny. How about your favorite mobile app?
Mobile app. That's a good question. You know what? I really like the Flex MLS, as a matter of fact.
That's a good one.
It's pretty easy to use, very simple, and it gets me to my listings. It gets me to my showings right away.
I'm curious, how do you run your CMAs? Are you still using Flex or are you using RPR?
No, I use MLS.
Still
Yeah,
MLS?
I still
Okay.
MLS.
Interesting.
All right. How about a book recommendation?
One that I've read recently by Gary Vee. It's
Crushing It?
no punch.
I know what you're talking about. Jab, jab, jab.
Yeah, jab. Yeah,
Right hook or something?
Yeah, jab, right hook.
Yeah.
Great book. Gives you a better perspective about social media.
Got it. So the premise behind that is you're just putting a few things out there
Yeah.
and then a big call to action.
Hit 'em with the right hook.
Exactly.
That's awesome. How about your favorite productivity tool or software that you're using?
I have Boomtown. I've used it for a while, and
Okay.
I still like it. I like the way it's systemized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's something that I've been using for quite some time now.
All right, cool. And we'll have you draw a question out of the mask here.
All right, cool.
This is beautiful. What is that, velvet?
There we go.
Go ahead. You can,
Oh, okay.
Unless my writing is just horrible.
Okay, I think this is the same question I put last
do a different one.
time.
Do a different
Oh, it
one.
is?
Yes.
Do a different one.
no. That's not good.
Should I?
Do a different one.
We've been meaning to get some new questions. Or we can just
There you go.
randomly ask you something.
What is your favorite type of food and favorite restaurants?
Okay, there you go.
It's a good one, and it has to be Mexican food.
Oh,
I'm with you on that.
Yeah.
And the restaurant, homemade.
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 Oh.
There is no restaurant like home.
There we go. So
Yeah.
if you guys are looking for a good Mexican restaurant, Ruben's
Ruben's house.
Ruben Luna's.
I don't think my wife would like the idea, but
This will put you on the spot a little bit. What's the favorite dish?
You're making me hungry. I haven't eaten
she
lunch
makes
yet.
the best green enchiladas, chicken enchiladas. Oh, they're just delicious.
Wow.
So that is my favorite dish.
Enchiladas, good stuff.
Yes.
good stuff. I tell you what. Before we let you out of here, though, what if one tip you would give to agents today?
Yes.
With the current market or the coming up on the end of the year, getting into the new year, what would you tell?
My advice is just to like I mentioned just before, is about audit their actions. You really want to know what actions you're taking on a daily basis, to be able to determine what outcome you want, and not necessarily just business wise, like taking
Life.
care of yourself, life altogether. You feel good, you're gonna do good. If you feel crappy, obviously, that's
you're
the
not
same
gonna wanna
way-
do anything.
Yes, exactly. So, create a good routine on a day, every single day, of what actions you're gonna be taking, as opposed of just not knowing what.
Yeah.
Kind of create a plan, a weekly plan. Don't create a
Yeah.
year plan. Create a weekly plan that you can measure your actions on a daily basis, and at the end you can say, okay, did I accomplish my week? Was I moving forward or backwards? So kind of
Yeah.
measuring that way, you can realize, okay, I better. It's not bad of my
yeah.
Makes
laziness
sense.
or distractions. Distractions is a big
That's a
factor.
big one.
That's a
Yeah.
huge
That's a
factor
big one.
with mostly us in real estate. We can log in we can start going through
We can
social media and
binge watch
Man.
Netflix.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the biggest factor, distractions.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. New Year's coming up. Do you usually do a New Year's resolution? Do you usually have one, or some people don't? Like my wife's like, I don't need to come up with one. It's always the same thing.
And there we go. It comes down to, if you want change, you better change your actions daily.
That's right.
See what I'm saying?
I agree.
So no, I just put a target number on we set up a target number every 90 days and just try to accomplish the number. So we go 90 days at a time.
That's awesome,
good.
man.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for being in here.
Oh,
Yeah.
thank you for having
Again,
me.
if
It's been
anybody's
great.
interested in reaching out, it's Ruben at soldbytlt.com.
Yes, just reach out. Shoot me an email if you think that you're getting to a point where you're feeling stuck. And most of the times, it's very simple how to snap out of it. It just takes a different just a different point of view.
Absolutely. Well, thanks for being in here.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in. Agents out there, you heard it here. Ruben is one of our first, well, we had one other, but returning guest, and he's always full of energy and
knowledge,
great ideas.
wisdom.
Yes, absolutely. So soak this one up.
Yes.
Until next time, this is Jeff Underwood.
And Joey Sampaga.
Signing off from the Weekly Closer. See you
guys.
later.
Adios.
Great job.
Nice.
All right.